we test our long-term 2022 Ford Maverick FX4 to see how it handles icy streets and deep snow. That's coming up right now on a very cold episode of Driving Sports TV. This is our 2022 Ford Maverick Lariat FX4. It is our long-term pickup that we bought a few months ago. We have several videos about it already, but one thing we have not tested thoroughly is how well it does in snow. So we are out here at our test hill where it is 1 degree Fahrenheit. There is freshly fallen snow, and we're gonna see how well this truck does. Our Maverick FX4 came standard with a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo engine, making a peak 250 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. The transmission is an 8-speed automatic. Power goes to all 4 wheels through GKN's all-wheel drive system that can push up to 50% of available torque to the rear wheels. Various drive modes control how much power is sent to the back wheels, intensity of brake vectoring for shifting power side to side, how much wheel spin ABS will allow, and how long gears will hold. We also equipped the Maverick with Falken Wild Peak AT3W tires. You can get these at the time of purchase, though we added them later. Prices you see it here, about $37,000 US, including destination. For our first test, we're going to use a country road that's covered in compacted ice and snow. It's really important to understand how the Maverick distributes power around the system based on what drive mode you're in. So first, let's do normal and see how it handles slippery conditions like this slalom on ice and snow. So we're in normal, just add throttle, and we're going to see how this system responds. ABS is on, everything is on. I'm just doing almost 20 miles an hour. It's slippery. That's a lot of push. So that was normal. There was a lot of push, but it did a pretty good job of maintaining traction like I need it. But now let's see what slippery does. Okay, we are stopped. I'm now going to change the setting to slippery. And now let's see how the system responds. Okay, right off the bat, throttle is way slower to engage. Now it'll be interesting to look at the slow motion cameras to see how that differs, because from inside here, it's not that much different feeling, although I did have good control through all of those slaloms. Okay, now let's kick things up a bit by going even faster, and I'm still in slippery mode. And here we go. Full throttle. Ah! Come on. Come on. Can I make that cone? Throttle in. Oh, it really cuts throttle. It cuts so much throttle, I don't have a lot of control over what's going on. Okay, let's try this again, and this time I am going to use sand setting, so we should get a lot of wheel spin, and then we'll see the difference. Now this is just setting us up for eventually going into deep snow at the end of this episode. Okay, brakes, yeah, still a little super slippery here. Okay, so this time we're going to go quick again, but I am going to switch it into, let's switch it into sand mode, which will disable traction control 1 level, optimizing for lots of wheel spin. Let's see what this is like. Whew. Okay, rotate. Oh, it's tough. I have to. Okay, so sand is tricky. Oh man. Okay, I think we have a good idea how these systems act. Now let's kind of go a little bit more real world and head to our test hill. Comparing all three drive modes side by side, you can see how both normal and slippery attempt to limit sliding, whereas sand allows for quite a lot of drift. This same performance behavior is echoed in full throttle starts on the same surface, with slippery being the most conservative and sand being the most aggressive. Interesting to note that normal is the quickest out of the gate in these conditions. Now that we have a solid understanding about how these systems work, time to head to the test hill to see just how well this Maverick does in the deeper stuff. I'm going to start this lower section in normal mode. The lower section here does have a powdery 1 to 2 inches of snow on top of compacted ice. And let's see how this does. So the idea here is to not spin tires, because once you start spinning tires, you start losing control as you kind of create ice under the vehicle, which makes it very difficult to track. Okay. I'm feeling a lot of slip on all the different tires, but I'm still able to track. I'm able to maintain momentum. Okay, doing pretty good so far. Let's keep going here. Now this is just the easy part. What we're going to do is jump into much deeper, fresh snow and see how the system really does, because that is going to be a challenge. Okay, phase number 1 complete. Now let's take a look at what we're dealing with here. Oh yeah, this is snow. So I would say that's roughly about a foot. It's super powdery on top. It's never been driven on. This is actual version snow. We haven't plowed, we haven't done anything. So really, it should just be fluffy throughout. The only compression we're gonna get is what goes under the tires. So this is a fantastic test to see just how good this deals with deep snow. Trump, Trump, Trump. This is going to be interesting. I've never done this. Now, I want to give the truck the best opportunity to be successful. So my personal opinion would be to put it into the most aggressive wheel spinny mode. But I'm going to start in slippery, which is the same setting that most people would probably use. Let's get this set up. And then we're just going to charge it. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Will this work? I have absolutely no idea. We're in drive, we're in slippery. We're going to do it. Here we go. Into the deep stuff. Ah, come on, it's cutting throttle. It's being really aggressive with shifting power around. I'm drifting sideways. I would really like more wheel spin. But foot's all the way down. Literally, I'm wide open throttle. I'm just letting the system figure it out. And it's actually figuring it out a little bit. I'm moving an inch at a time. Yeah, I think I gave it enough of an opportunity. Now, we're gonna try to get to the very top by going with what I thought would be best to start with, which is mud ruts. Now let's go full out sand. So I'm going to back up a little bit. Now I haven't actually disabled traction control all the way. I'm just letting the sand mode do its one level off of traction. Okay, we're in drive. All I can do is floor it and hope for the best. I can really feel way more power. It has no problem spinning. It's churning up through the snow. Oh yeah! I'm not gonna fit. Hey Nick, how you doing? There we go. Am I gonna get it? Am I gonna get it? Come on, come on, come on. Ah! Yes, it's getting it, it's getting it. It just needs to really get that spinning going. Oh yeah, we did it! Ha! I knew you could do it. So you might be thinking, okay, I don't have the FX4, I at least have normal mode. Isn't normal mode plus traction control off very similar? I think we should find out. Now, the road's obviously been driven up once, so it's not exactly the same conditions, but it's similar, so let's give it a shot. So I'm just gonna turn around here. Okay, reset. Roop. Sliding sideways. Okay, so let's try to replicate what we did before. So I'm going to start in slippery, and we're going to see if slippery kaputs at some point. Just keeping it even throttle, even throttle. Or do the trenches now make slippery able to climb? Oh, it's hard, it's hard, it's having a struggle. It's a little steeper right here, and it's definitely struggling. Okay, well I think slippery can get it now that I've already plowed it once. So let's back up and let's just see if normal has enough chutzpah to get us all the way to the top. So I'm gonna just stop here on this steepish section. I'm going to pop it into normal mode. So this is the same mode that all of these vehicles have. Doesn't matter if you have FX4 package or not. And then I'm going to turn off traction control. Let's see how this does. Let's put it in drive. And go. Now, can it get enough wheel spin? Oh yeah, that actually does pretty good. So does it feel any different than sand mode? Yeah, I don't really feel like I'm getting as much power to the back. Is there a significant difference? I'd probably say no, not functionally. You can probably do very similar things with both. But, you know, that's actually, what it really just underscores is how capable this little truck is. For Driving Sports TV, I'm Ryan Douthit. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, share videos. We make them for you, and we hope you enjoy them.